Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Family, this is Joe checking in for the No Picks podcast.
What up, yo? This Todd checking in.
Listen, happy belated Father's Day to our fathers who are part of the family
Right, right,
all over
right.
the world. Happy Father's Day to you too, Ty. Hope you guys had a
Happy
good one.
Father's Day, bro. Yeah.
And I feel like this is a very fitting topic. It's been trending lately, so I want to get on it now before it stops. And it's important discussion, Ty. We've talked about her before. You know, Miss Ebony K is back and she's trending. Everybody's talking about her now. She's the buzz, and we're gonna let y'all know why, and we're gonna get into this conversation because I honestly think it's an important conversation to have.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna queue up an article, just read a little bit about it, and then we'll have at it. All right, because
Right.
I'm getting tired of this, Ty.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Y'all remember Shorty, and when we first talked about her, she was talking about she wasn't gonna date no bus driver unless he
Mm-hmm.
owned a bus company, and how she done
She
ran
did.
through all the men and she couldn't find nobody, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now we have news, right? So Ebony K. Williams, details of her pregnancy journey, why she's proud to be a single mother by choice. So Ebony K is pregnant. She's expecting her baby this August. She had a donor. Remember, she had her eggs frozen, so she did the IVF thing, and she was sitting. You know, she did that. And so it says she's pregnant, and then it says Williams 40 is part of a generation of women redefining what it means to be a single mother. So we don't really have to read the whole article because I don't really care to hear what her perspective is about choosing to be a
Right.
single mom. So I just wanted to say this is real. We're not making it up. All right. So I'm gonna quote
Right.
it down because we done talk. You know what? Maybe we'll keep. No, I don't want to see her no more. All right. So here we go. All right. So Ty, my question to you is, how do you feel about being a single mother by choice? How do you feel about this?
I think it's cat. It's absolutely a coping mechanism used by women in these circumstances. Personally, I think the phrase in and of itself, single by choice, doesn't make any sense.
None.
Because for all the women who say that, if you give them access to their dream guy, would they be single? No, they wouldn't be single. They would jump at it. That's like
Facts.
it doesn't make any sense, right?
Facts.
So say your dream guy is Chris Brown. If you had access to dudes that fit the profile of Chris Brown, you wouldn't be single.
Right.
So there is no amount of I'm working on myself in a world where that phrase makes sense, because if you put the perfect guy in front of you, your perfect guy, whatever that guy may be, whatever the looks he may have, 6 feet 6 inches, six pack, and a millionaire willing to take you to all these vacations and buy you bags, you're not gonna pass up on him because you're working on yourself. You're not gonna do that.
Right.
So it's cap, and of course if you and it's there's no difference of the you when you add the fact that they're a mother, that she's a mother now,
Right.
single by choice. No, if you could meet a dude that would have put a baby in you and married you, you would have had that.
Right. Right.
You're not going to choose this. This is just making the best out of a bad situation. But that's
Yeah.
my initial thoughts.
Yeah, well, that's shit. That's a great initial thought because he was cooking for a no. I mean, I'm with you, bro. Like, I do think that the single motherhood by choice is the same cope as single by choice. And like you said, like
Right.
if you found a man that met your standard that you wanted and he
Right.
wanted to marry you, you would say yes. But the problem is, you probably passed him up already. And you know, we've talked about this where it's like you've probably already met your husband. You've probably already met the man who would compliment you very well, not perfectly, because no relationship is perfect, but you probably already met your husband and you blew it, or you put him in the friend zone. Or your husband is currently sitting in your friend zone, right? Because women have this tendency to like put the men who could treat them well and be good fathers and be good providers and all that. They put them in a friend zone and they go for the Pookies and the Tyrones and let them, you know, run them down. Like, so I'm with you that this is definitely a cope, right? But single mother by choice, bro. Like, I just think that this is so selfish. Like, how does this make any sense, bro? How do you choose how do you consciously choose the harder decision, which is to
Mm-hmm.
raise a child all by yourself, right? And what's sad is that, as you would expect, you know the comments. Oh, congratulations, queen. Yes, I could do bad all by myself.
Yeah.
Why can't she be single mother? The kid will be just fine. And it's just like, bro, that child doesn't even have a choice to
No.
get a father. You've completely eliminated the choice of a father in that child's life.
Yeah.
How selfish is that? All I keep hearing from these women that are commenting is like me. But it's like, yo, it takes two to raise a competent, balanced child. Even if those parents are together, you got to co-parent because that child needs both sides, man. You need both them energies. Well, assuming both are healthy and not toxic, because
Yeah.
sometimes the other side could mess it up. But that's my initial thought too, bro, that it's extremely selfish that we have Ebony K saying single by choice, and of course the sisterhood is championing her. They're feeding into it. They're co-signing on the BS, bro. And I know you're not surprised by that, but it's crazy to see how many women are coming out in support of this, bro. I can't believe it.
Saying I'm a single mom by choice, right? I was about to say single by choice, but we're talking about single moms, right?
Yeah.
Saying I'm a single mom by choice is the female equivalent to a man saying I'm not rich by choice. What fucking man would choose not to have millions of dollars at his disposal?
Right. I'm broke by choice. Right. Pretty much. Yeah. I'm dusty and broke by choice. It's a choice. We talked about the boy. Remember the boy who was like,
Right.
being a job is for stupid people? We smart because
Right,
we
yeah,
unemployed.
yeah. It doesn't make any sense. And I hear people say it on podcasts all the time. Like, no, I can have a man if I wanted to. Yeah, you can have a man, but you're not going to have the man that you want.
Right.
That's why you're single by choice, because you don't have access to the man that you want. That's the only way it makes sense. So
Right.
it's sad, man. It's sad because a woman of her caliber can kind of dress it up because the kid's gonna have all the things money can buy, right? Because she's a rich woman. But it's like he won't have a dad, and that matters, right? Like you can't
Right.
what's the substitute for a dad? Money can't substitute for a
Money
dad.
can't do
In
it.
fact, if you send that rich kid somewhere or whatever, like eventually he's gonna realize like, yo, something's different. Hey, where's daddy at? And you
Right.
chose to not give this kid a dad because for
Right.
whatever reason. So
Right.
it's you like you're choosing to do this, like, well, at least somebody will love me type shit. Like it's
And
giving
women do that. You've talked
it's
about
giving
that.
I
Women
need
do that.
love.
Yeah,
Right?
women who
Like,
have babies because they can't find a man, but they want something or someone to love unconditionally and to love them back. So they have a
right.
kid to fill that void. And it's like, yeah, but now you got a kid and you're a single mom, and there's no father to give them the other part of that energy and that
Right.
discipline and that reasoning. Like, you've mentioned that before. That's exactly what's happening now, bro. It's sad, man.
All
It,
she's thinking about is laying in the bed with her kid and cuddling. You're not
yeah,
thinking about the outside world and what's going to happen to this kid without a dad. Like
right,
you're not thinking about that. But she was
right,
getting up there in age. I'm sure her doctor was probably like, "Listen, chick, like you either gotta put this baby up in you, or you probably not gonna have no babies." And the man that she wants, the bus driver owner, remember, she's the same chick about saying, "I don't want to deal with no bus driver." She could have found a bus driver like that.
right,
But the dude driving the bus, the owner, that dude got access to chicks half her age that look way better. So he's probably gonna get that, right? Like that's what
right.
rich niggas with money do. Let's be honest, right?
I
Like
know.
you don't really see. Listen, I don't see a bunch of rich dudes getting getting 40-year-old women, right? The only person I seen do it was
Rare.
Jeff Bezos, and that nigga's he's an anomaly, right? Like,
Right.
so
And she
I
still
don't know.
took half his ish, right? Isn't that the chick that took half his money?
No, that's that you talking about his wife. I'm talking about the chick that he dealt with after his wife. Her name is like
Yeah.
the Spanish chick, Sanchez or something like that.
Yeah.
So so he's the only one I saw that don't go get a chick half his age and with a crazy body, probably
Yeah.
necking him up on underneath a coconut tree somewhere. So
Yeah, right.
But
And it's
yeah.
funny that you mentioned bus driver too, because I was thinking like the cognitive dissonance that is required by someone like her to make this choice, right? Because you as you stated before, she was complaining about bus drivers and how she was too good for them or couldn't date one. But
Right.
yet, what do you think the type of man who donates sperm? Do you think he's a rich man? Do you think
No.
millionaires and billionaires and doctors and lawyers are going to clinics for $100 just to jerk off and donate some sperm, bro? It's Dusty's. It's the boy who's gonna take the money and go buy a bag of weed, buy a 40. You got sperm from Dusty's. You trashed all these, bro. It makes no sense to me, bro.
Yeah. Bro, it's hilarious you say that. Because you would not catch me dead in no sperm bank facility, bro. Like I'm not. Listen, even a dusty like me I'm past the income threshold to where I'm going to be going in some room, yanking it in this cup and giving it to this lady for I don't know $300. Like even a dusty like me has passed that like tax bracket. So you're right. She's dealing the
Right?
sperm that she's got is from a lower level dude that woke up one day and said, "Yo, I need some fucking money."
Yeah. No, that's real though. Like she didn't even think about that. You shat on the average blue collar working, hard working man And remember, Ayala was telling her, like, it's not the guy playing video games all day or smoke. It's the guy who loves his job, loves driving the bus, loves what he does, makes money, has good qualities. Oh, I can't date. But you got sperm from some Dusty. And I
Definitely
said this
Dusty.
on TikTok, and that comment got banned because I was like, I said that same thing. I was like, you couldn't date a bus driver, but you got impregnated by some dusty sperm, and that got that violated the TikTok guideline. Fine, but I'm here to say it again. YouTube, f you if you better not mess with me, man. Like, I stand by that. How do you
Nah.
shit on the average man and then get pregnant by some dusty? Bro,
Yeah.
I couldn't donate it if I was. I got to be really down bad.
Yo,
I got to be really down
the-
bad to be like, I'm gonna have to go to this clinic and give a donation. Like,
no, it never even crossed my mind, bro.
isn't that
Like
crazy?
it never. That's so you're dealing with a whole different caliber of man.
Right.
You had a baby with a whole different caliber of man. It's how the amount of money struggles that I've had in my life. It never crossed my mind to be like, yo, what might help is me go jerk off in this building somewhere. Like it never crossed my mind. So the nigga she got you right. The nigga she got a kid,
bro,
about to have
it's
a kid
dusty, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I know it's a dusty. I know it is, bro. I know it. I'm guaranteed because that's the type of guy who would go do that. But but to pivot to the next to another point is that she can do this because you know what? I'm not saying she should do it, right? Because statistically, children coming out of single parent households, especially when the mom is the parent, they are likely to be mass shooters, likely to be behind academically, likely to be incarcerated, likely to, there's so many negative statistics for kids that come out of single parent households where the mom is the primary person. When you have a dad, we already talked about the statistics. A lot of those problems, they get removed. We ain't got to deal with that, right? But when you have a mom as a single parent, they give birth to some of the most degenerate kids in society, bro. And I love the babies, but like she's choosing this, right? But she's wealthy. She's rich. Now think about how her message is resonating with Pukisha and all the dusties who are also who choosing this but don't have the bread. The ones who are on WIC and government assistance and LIHEAP and Section 8 housing who are choosing to be a single mom, who choosing to have child support and let that cover everything and not deal with the dad. Like, do you really think that those types of women can do this successfully with the same success that Ebony K might have?
Right. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Because the end result is the same, like you mentioned, right? So Ebony K has all this money, and Pukisha is broke, right? But they both can't get the man that they want,
right?
And so the default setting is, hey, let me have this baby. I'll love it, and it'll love me. We could just hold each other until I don't know, right? So it's like if you think about it, it's pretty fucking sad. It's pretty sad.
It is sad, bro. What happens when that child grows up and let's say middle school? I did this with my daughter, so I know. Like she's in elementary school, and I did this. Daddy daughter dance. What if you have a girl and there's a daddy daughter dance at her school, and she's like, "Well, where's my dad?" What are you gonna tell her? You chose for her not to have a father? What are you gonna say when they see all the other kids with two parents?
No,
what are you gonna say?
I'm the mom and the dad. You know that.
I'm the mom and the dad. Yeah, you don't need no man. Like, but this is what I'm saying, bro. This is so sad because
it's pretty sad.
A part of being a human being is you want to know where you come from, right? And I'm gonna have a moment of truth. I don't know my father. I don't know who my dad is. He's some piece of crap. I never met him. I'm a product of, I'm gonna say grape, the fruit, because I don't want to say the word.
Right,
I don't know my father. I just know he's a black man. And he's from Erie Torresdale somewhere in Philly. I don't know my dad. But like, I know that there's a part of me that wishes I knew if I had siblings out there, people who look like me. My mom would tell me I look like my dad. Well, that's nice. Thanks, Dad. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. You want to know where you come from, and you just completely remove that whole half of a person's heritage. Because you want to be selfish and you want to be a mom. You don't care about what that kid has to go through or what that kid is going to lack. It's what you wanted, Ebony K. That's why I said this is extremely selfish, bro. This infuriates me.
I'm a fight back on you on one point. I think she knows the kid's going to know once the kid gets enough information. They're going to know where they come from. Dust.
Yeah, dust.
You're the product of a rich black woman and a dusty.
And a
You're
dusty. Bro, listen, and this is women are really supporting this, bro. And there was this one comment that really messed me up because the chick was like, if black women want to live their authentic selves without a man and be a mom, why can't they do that? What does that even mean? What does it mean for a black woman who's choosing to be a single mom to live authentically without a man? I don't even know what that means, bro.
How are
I'm
you
trying to.
living authentically off the government? Like, what does that mean? Like, how are you living authentically off food stamps and WIC and
Right, right.
public housing? How is that like?
This is
Maybe you
bad,
should get a
bro.
man. Maybe you wouldn't have to fucking be on welfare. Maybe you wouldn't have to be dusty. Like, I don't know.
Bro, listen, I'm starting to feel like, listen. We here at No Peace Podcast, we love black women. We're not bashing them for unintentionally. We love women in general, but we're talking about Ebony K. We're talking about the sisterhood. So we love our black women, but I definitely feel like there's just this growing hatred towards their counterpart, and it's like, but why though? Why do y'all go so hard to bash us? Like we have the data. We know we've talked about it. It's literally linked on our channel. If you guys go to our channel under content or like share, there's like different tabs. There's one where we share the Medium Man video where he talks about 85% of black men either have no kids or have fathered them and are with the mom or engaged somehow. So about 15% of dads, it was like 16, but we're round
Yeah,
down,
yeah,
15% of dads were deadbeats. Men who were having kids and not being in their lives, and who we don't know where they were, but they were the deadbeats. Most black men either don't have kids or they're engaged, but yet these women are like, well, if black men can't step up and be good fathers, if they can't be leaders, if we can't find husbands, then what are we supposed to do? And I'm like, bruh, black men marry black women at over an 80% rate. But you know what's crazy though? Black women divorce black men higher than any other race of women with their respective men. That's the
yeah. I
sad
saw
part.
that. I saw that on
You saw it,
Worldstone.
right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
showing black women like we want to marry y'all, especially when we get to like the middle upper class. Black men are race loyal. However, our women seem to divorce us at high ass rates, almost 40%.
right. Yeah, the
Almost
number.
40%.
Right, the number was crazy because only they say the statistic is only 1 out of 4 black women will ever be married in their whole lifetime. Right.
Right, right.
And so that means 25% of black women will ever be married in their lives, right?
Period. And that's with any
And
race of women.
30% of that number, but 40% of that small number to be married is divorcing.
It's divorcing. Almost half, bro.
Yeah,
If you round up, that's almost half, bro. Like, so y'all, a quarter of y'all will be married. And then of the quarter of you who get married, close to half, but we'll keep it at 40. 40% of you will divorce and walk away from your
divorce your
marriages.
man.
And we know what the main reasons are. The top reasons are irreconcilable differences in financial stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So like, bro, the community is cooked, bro. Like I hate that we've been saying this over and over, but this is another one for the culture where it's like you guys are applauding single motherhood. Like what
yeah,
other race of people do you know are out there with their women saying, "I don't need no man. They don't need their man." I don't see Asian women out there being proud of being single moms. I don't
no,
see, you know what I mean? You might see some of the ratchet or the gutter white chicks, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's like it's something that's very particular about our women.
I mean, I got two of my coworkers or whatever are Asian, and we talk about this shit all the time. They're like, listen, you don't want to be Asian talking about something. I got a divorce, and now you're a single mom. Like they be
Right.
like, that's not a good. And these are the Americanized Asians. I ain't talking about some Asians
Right.
straight from
Right.
Vietnam here. These are the ones that were born and raised here. Like they're
Right.
like them in their own Asian families. They're like, bro, like you don't want to be talking about some. Oh, I got a divorce from my husband, and now I got to
Right.
raise these kids. Like
Right.
that's not a good thing socially
It's
for them. They're
heavily
like
frowned upon.
they don't fuck with that shit.
Right. It's heavily frowned upon, but here we
Yeah,
are. Our black women are coming out supporting Ebony K. And I'm like, this is why there's so much dysfunction in our community, bro. We still have the highest rates of single parent households. We still have the lowest rates of marriages, right? We still have the highest rates of baby moms, like out of wedlock children. Like we look at these statistics and then there's some women who still say, oh, but we aren't choosing to be single moms. We aren't. Are you serious?
yeah.
You're not
If you make the
choosing to.
decision
I
to
see
have
more
sex with a
baby
dude,
showers than I see weddings. Y'all go all out for wedding, and sometimes y'all have baby showers and the dad don't even be there. They be taking the maternity photos and that it just be the chick with
yeah,
the
I do be
belly,
seeing that. Yeah,
and it don't
or
even
they,
be the dad
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like they glorify this. What do you mean our women aren't choosing to be single moms? So yeah, some of
Well,
you are.
like you said, they glorify it. Like listen, this "Sexy Red" that latest song. Oh
F my
my
baby
pussy
dad.
good. That's why my pussy good. That's why I got 2 baby dads. Like she's like yo, like she like listen, she here for it.
Oh my gosh, bro.
And you know they follow on along. So
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we touched on this before the wave hits off,
yeah,
and it might still be here because remember she's gonna have a baby. She's already on her
yeah,
press release tour. She's not
yeah,
come August when the baby gets here. We're gonna hear all about it again, and this conversation will resurface again. But like,
yeah.
this is wild, y'all. Like, we need
It's
to do
embarrassing.
better,
I think
man. We're
it's a little
falling so
embarrassing.
far behind as a people, bro. This is extremely embarrassing, bro. This is extremely embarrassing, bro. So I just wanted to make sure we talked about it. So I mean, we definitely cooked Shorty for like almost 20 minutes. So what I'm gonna say is,
Yeah.
do you have any final thoughts or any words for family? Like any final thoughts to wrap it up?
Ladies, this is for the ladies. Saying you're single by choice is like me saying I'm not a millionaire by choice. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Anybody that could be a millionaire would be a millionaire. So
Right.
if your perfect guy was in front of you, you're not going to be single. The reason you're
Right.
single is because you don't have access to that guy. And that's just the end of it. And this is you. That's you coping. Just like it's us coping when we got to fuck a fat chick and we can't get no bad bitches. We cope with that. We're like, we want the fat bitches. No, we don't want the fat bitches. We don't want we want the
Yeah,
bad
right.
bitches, but that's all we can get. Right.
That's what we
So
get.
the guy says, why would I want a Rihanna? Like, fuck, like she can't do nothing for me. Why would I want a Beyonce? Why would I want a Gigi Hadid? She can't do nothing for me. Yeah, nigga,
Right.
you would never have access to her. So you got Bonquisha.
Right.
Go be happy with Bonquisha. So you
Right.
got to convince yourself to be happy with Bonquisha because you will never get Gigi Hadid. It's never happening.
Right. You get the Lizzos and you get the Precious. You don't get the Riri's. All right, bro. So I'll keep my final thought simple. I agree with everything you said. That's facts. And I'll say is we got to do better. We got to do better. Like, I'm sorry, black women, but I've heard a lot of y'all bashing black men around this conversation, saying we ain't nothing, we're deadbeats, all this, and I'm like, listen, no one wants to marry y'all. And I don't mean that in a way to like I don't want to be shady, but that's just the truth of it. Like a quarter of y'all will ever be married, and yet you guys are out here being pissed that you're not
And that's
getting
the any
hit.
race too. That's
And
the any white dudes,
or it's any
Asian dudes.
race, any race. And so instead of coming out here and being mad that people aren't buying your product, you got to figure out how to remarket your product and give the consumer what they want. What is it that I feel like black men are telling you, we want this or we want this or we don't want that and we don't like that. And no matter what, y'all continue to fight us and fight us and fight us. And the stats ain't on your side. So all I'm going to say is this single motherhood by choice is BS. This is a huge detriment to the culture, to our kids, to our young girls who are growing up seeing this message, especially the ones who are broke or working class and can't really afford to do this.
Mhm.
It's selfish. We need to do better. So I'll say that, family. What do you guys think? Like, subscribe. Please chime in. We love the engagement. We're trying to get the traffic rolling. A lot of things going on behind the scenes, but like we're here. Let us know what y'all think. And then I guess until
All right.
next time.
Till next time.
All right.